So, when I was a youngster, I was kind of a hater. I grew up in like an upper middle class town in Southern California. A lot of the kids, they had a mom, dad. They were pretty well to do. And I kind of hated on Butchie and Mikey type guys. I was embarrassed. I was raised by a single mom. She worked her ass off. She wasn't a thief. She didn't set any bad examples. As a matter of fact, my grandparents, they were hard-working, blue-collar people too, They brought property there when it was affordable. But anyway, I veered towards people who wanted to do things the easy way. And I remember like about when video games, boomed. I knew this kid, he'd pick locks to the video games and steal the quarters and whatnot. And he was a skinny kid, and I was had some size for my age. And he wanted me to help him get the change home because other kids would take it from him. So I loved that. I was a lazy ass, and all these little decisions didn't seem like they'd ever hurt me. I thought I'd get away doing stuff like that. But anyway, look at that. Anyhow, when other friends were growing up, I was still fucking around. This guy, you'd get a couple $100 in your pocket in a weekend. Not that I ever kept it or did anything, but party it away. Anyhow, he's doing vending machines, all kinds of stuff. Now, like, friends of business owners are having like big kids or adults chasing us around. I'm only like 13 or whatever. Screw this. It's getting kind of heavy. People are on the verge of telling on us and stuff. So one day I see this RM250 locked outside of like a dormitory living during the summer. I know some student left it there. And I asked my buddy, hey man, pick that lock for me. You can keep the change this time, and that's my reward. He does. I was so audacious, man. I had a YZ80 before that. It's like a little yellow and black bike. And that was in my apartment room, with my mom and my stepdad. Well, one day I try and wheel this Suzuki in. It's yellow and black too, except for it's like up to my eyebrows. And the other one was like my hips. And I had such nerve. I tell my mom, oh, that's the same bike. He's like, come on, man, I wouldn't believe you if you said you wiped your ass after you shit. But anyway, I ride that bike around for a while and get chased and stuff. And I probably had it 6 months. And then I told you long ago that a friend of mine had told on me about a bicycle. He gave me like the worst leafage in the world. But boy, he had to make sure that bike wasn't hot. He went to the cops and asked them, is this bike hot? Well, when I was threatened with YA, I'm like, fuck that. So I got my head out of my ass. I had a neighbor that wanted that bike. He wanted to go to Oregon with it. He didn't care. He knew it was very hot. That guy gave me $100 a big old bag of tops, leafage tops. My dog's going crazy. Anyway, and he gave me a fishing pole. And that $100, I went and bought a little red pintail single fin, a Creative Freedom, John Bradbury, I think, shape. It looked like a watermelon. And I cooled out for a couple of years. I quit fucking with that change and stuff. I'm not trying to be Billy Badass with adults or go to jail anymore. I had a correctional awareness then for a minute. And then I got a surfboard. And I swear to God, one day I was coming home from school or something, and the fucking ground shook. I live like a quarter mile from the beach. It's like 1983, 84, whatever. El Nino hit. Boy, I couldn't get into that house fast enough to get my surfboard. And I went, and it was incredible. It's like redwoods floating around. It was fucking big. I ended up having a skeg hit me right fucking here on that board. A couple stitches, big deal. Anyhow, a few years go by, I drink more and more, complaining that there's no surf. Real motherfuckers, they go somewhere where there is surf. If your area is flat, get the fuck off your ass and go. Anyway, I start spiraling further and further from a moral center again and start stealing. And I'll tell you what, the last crime I should have ever committed in my life. One day I'm checking the surf and I see these glass milk bottles perched by some door, like these little, it's like a little suburb right before the beach where I lived. I lived in like a college community. Anyway, I go, oh boy, I want those. And I get them. And I go home, get the board after I check the surf. There were some waves. When I go back with my surfboard, I see this. She had to be in her late 80s, old lady, looking for her milk. I felt about that, babe. I think I did cool out for a while. But when you keep messing around, you quit thinking about what the right thing to do is. And, you think, ditching school, no big deal. So what if I drink today? So what if I spend the money I should spend on something else, on pot? And it all catches up. It all catches up. I ain't telling you how you should be. Hell, I'm 52 years old. A few days, I'll be 53. And about 9 months after that, my case goes before the Board of Prison Hearings, and they'll decide whether they're going to let me off of life parole. My incarceration started at 25. I'm not whining. Life's good. I get in my car and drive, and I try and make the right decisions every day now. I don't steal. If my dog needs something, I get it. I'm starting to buy insurance for myself now too, like health insurance, insurance for him. Get my ass out of bed at 4:30, walk him so he can go take a dump before he goes to daycare all day. I try to make the right decisions. because I ain't got no more time for them. 23 is enough for me now. And it'll be 5 years of parole. You know, I'm not doing everything I want to right now. I don't got time to. I could go get in debt. I want a CR 450 pretty bad. You know, I'm elder. It doesn't have to be brand new, but I want one because, hell, I don't even feel like tangling with sharks no more, but I ain't riding nothing stolen, and I have all the gear. I just need the pair of boots and the bike. But anyways.